we talk about one of the most used containers in this video, C++ vector. We also introduce range-based for loop using vector container. What's up everyone? Welcome to Programmer Life. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure to subscribe for more programming videos. You can find a link to the source code used in the video in the description below. Let's get started. Let's say you have a list of your contacts as first name and last name. Now you want to print them out in the last name, first name format, sorted by last name. It is a time-consuming process and gets increasingly difficult as the number of names increases. We can put our programming skills to use and let the computer do it for us. We can write a loop to read the names. We exit out of the loop if the user enters done. We use the getLine function to input names as cin stops reading input after it first encounters a space character. Now, we can use string stream to extract the first and last name. Let's write a condition to make sure that none of the first or last name is empty. Now that we have our first and last name, let's output them as last name, first name. Let's test out the program with few names. The format is correct, but we don't see them as sorted by last name. In our current program, we don't persist the names, so we can't compare them with each other to sort. We need them all together in some container. We can use vector container to store names. Vector container allows us to access an item with the index directly. This property makes vector very efficient for sorting, since then you can instantly compare items to one another to sort them. Each container in C++ has a place where they are most suited. Understanding this makes your decision more straightforward on what container to choose. We use vector's pushback function here to push the item in the vector. Like counting for loops, the index of the first vector element starts with 0. You can access the second element of the vector using the subscript operator and the index, 1 in this case. Let's also output the fourth element. As we can see, the program outputs the second and fourth items. Now that we have the names in the vector container, we need to sort them. C++ also provides us with ready-to-use algorithms. In this case, we use sort algorithm. Algorithms are in the algorithm header. Let's include it. The sort function is also in the namespace std. This function expects two parameters to dictate the range of elements to sort. We want to sort the complete vector. We use vector's convenient functions begin and end. They give us the location of first and last item. To print the vector items, we can use for loop from index 0 to less than size. However, C++ has another variant of for loop, mostly used for containers, which is easier to read. It is called ranged for loop, which iterates over all elements in the container. Its syntax is item :container. We use the auto keyword to specify the data type of the item. We could have also used string to specify item data type, but auto makes it easier to read. The for ranged loop has a limitation though. If you wanted to output only first 4 items, you could not do it with ranged for loops. The ranged for loop cycles through all the elements. To loop through only a certain number of items, you can use the counting for loop. Let's test out our program with some names. The program outputs them in the right format and sorted. This program is a simple example of how you can use your programming skills learned in this tutorial to solve day-to-day problems. For more programming videos, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you want me to cover any specific topic and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.